This week is the week of October the 8th through the 14th, and you will be working on Chapter 6, which is working with publisher tables. Be sure that you read over the chapter objectives so you have an idea of what you'll be covering this week. One of the things that you'll be covering is changing page orientation, which is landscape or portrait. Most of the time we've been doing everything in portrait, but sometimes you need to use landscape. Applying shape effects, snapping those objects to margin guides for easier placement, creating tables and entering data, insert and deleting rows and columns in tables, applying table formats, and so on. A bunch of things with tables. You'll also learn to edit the border art and to use the master page, which is becoming more and more important with Publisher. You have the same 3 activities. Be sure to read the chapter first. You can also work through the tutorials. It certainly will help you learn how to do everything that you need to do in order to be able to do the assignments. You have the three assignments that should be submitted, a discussion, and of course the quiz. Your first assignment in the assignments is the apply. And this week you're doing a table, and it does have a few advanced things in it. One of the things that students miss is the split cell. So you have rows and you also have a cell, and the cell is an expense and then a slash through it month. Now be sure you notice it uses a border, so be sure that you notice that it is from top to bottom, and look at your image so that you turn in the way it should look. The next one that you have is extend. In extend, you're doing using data files. So be sure you open the publication. It's a 3D column chart, and you'll be editing that column chart so that it looks like this. Be sure that you note that it has a legend. It also has titles on the y-axis and numbers on the x-axis. And then notice the colors. It should be these colors. So if you follow the instructions, this is what you will get. So be sure you look at that. And finally, kind of a fun thing, it's the logo, and it should say pub and then hub, and it should be kind of a circular. Notice the angle that it's at. It's up and down. Pub, you can see from up, and there's a little bit of a gap between the two words here. So be sure that you look again at your example, your figure here, as to what it should look like when you're finished and when you have done all of the instructions. Let me know if you have any questions. The other thing that you will do, our discussion topic for the week, you'll be discussing master pages. You may not have used them before, but you'll use them in Publisher. In fact, inserting text boxes does not make a Publisher file accessible. You have to insert a placeholder, and the only place you can do that is in the master pages. So have a good week. Let me know if you have any questions.